Big yards, small yards, hilly yards, silly yards. Every yard is unique, and every yard, no matter how much you love it, can be uniquely frustrating to mow. That's why Country Clipper is designed to tackle any obstacle imaginable. It's the perfect mower for even the most imperfect yard. Country Clipper, engineered for easy.
This guy made some national headlines this year as the Player of the Year in the GMAC, and we want to welcome that Player of the Year, Cavalier and Yellow Jacket, Jayvon Maughmer. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
It's been a few years since we saw you on the basketball floor at Hatton Memorial Gymnasium, but people who have grown up, watch you grow up really, have had a chance to really see you flourish into becoming a full-size man now. And you've dominated the conference that you're playing in at Cedarville University. I know at some point in time during your high school career, we thought you might be able to name your ticket where you wanted to go at any D1 school. You were set on Cedarville University. Let's talk about that history. Why Cedarville?
Uh, Reason why I think I chose Cedarville is really because obviously B being here, that kind of influenced that decision also. But also with B being here, I came to all the games and everything like that. So I've been in the locker room a couple times and was already close with all the guys on the team. So I mean, it was kind of a no brainer of where I was going to go. I still looked at other schools, but I just knew that Cedarville was probably going to be the best fit, and to get to play 2 more years with my brother, I think that was pretty exciting. So that also weighed into my decision.
Pretty much a no-brainer in that respect. And B, who he's referring to there is Brandon Moffmer, who was 2 years ahead of you, and he even got an extra year of eligibility. So we had last talked to him. He was headed off to Morehead State to finish out his collegiate career. But you two had the opportunity to play on the floor as high schoolers, as college teammates, and had some pretty successful moments there with the Cedarville Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, we this year was I think the best year we've had so far. Personally, I think the chemistry that us guys had here this year, because I live with four other guys on the team, so I mean, just being with them and being able to connect more and on and off the court really helped for our success this season. I mean, we went we won the NCCAA national tournament. I mean, everybody wants to be in the NCAA tournament, obviously, but we didn't make it. But once we got to the NCCAA, I think it was pretty fun for the most part. We all got to hang out in the hotel, just hang out in each other's rooms, watch March Madness, and then go play games of our own and win three in a row, and eventually just came out with the national championship. So I think once we got there, it was more fun than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, and really a chance to pinch yourself. It was something to be the player of the year in the conference, but then to win the national championship, that it's not something everybody gets to do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it was a surprise. I mean, yeah, you're playing as hard as you can. I think that's just what I did this year. Just went out and played my game. Didn't really worry about too much. Let it come to me naturally. So that was a big honor to win Play of the Year. But also, without my teammates, I wouldn't have been able to, because they played a big role in that. So and then they also played a big role in the national tournament. I When we first started, I don't know what I was doing, but I finished with 7 points after averaging 20, and I just give thanks to my guys for picking up my slack, and some of the freshmen they stepped in. So we had our big man who he played this season, but he wasn't really scoring much. But that first game, he probably had 18 points, and I think without him, we probably wouldn't have won that first game. So
Well, that shows the character and the true team aspect to the game as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had. I think the locker room was really great this year, guys. Just joking around with each other and just bonding. I think it really showed what great men we have on the team and what great men we're going to be on and off the court. So I think that played into a lot of it also.
If there's anything we've learned spending 4 or 5 years, however long it is that you're at the college level anymore. You really build this brotherhood and relationships that will last truly a lifetime. You had a bit of that from your elementary days and your biddy ball days here in Chillicothe, and I'm sure you still keep in contact with all those guys. I mean, Trey
Yeah.
Beard's got a national championship on his side too.
Hmm.
So, and you guys were thick as thieves, so to speak, being raised together, and that whole team, you stayed together for a long time, didn't you?
Yeah, we were all together for a long time, and we all still, FaceTime each other and talk to each other, see how each other are doing. I talk to Trey almost every day, so it's just nice keeping in touch with those guys, knowing that you're gonna have friends for life that you'll never lose. So those are a lot of the friends that I'm never gonna lose. So
In fact, last time I think I saw you face to face to visit with you, you are all together at Kroger on Western Avenue, and I'm like,
yeah,
these six guys just hanging out. That
yep,
it was back home for the holidays, but it was good to see all of you guys together.
yeah. We when we get together, we kind of do anything. You never know what we're going to do if we're going to eat or, like you said, walking around Kroger for some reason. So yeah, it's just
Stay out
nice
of
seeing each
trouble.
other.
We can tell you that they're good kids.
Yeah.
um, so your playing days, as far as college is concerned, are behind you now. Have you taken time to reflect on what this all has been like for you?
Yeah. Well, actually, I do have one more year for. I still have that COVID year. I think my class is the last class to get that
Are
COVID
you going
year.
to
So
use that?
yeah, I officially yesterday have entered the portal. So I'm gonna try my luck at a different school, maybe, possibly D1. I don't know where yet, but yeah, yesterday I entered the portal. So
Well, great. Congratulations. So, breaking news here that people are
yeah.
starting to hear for the first time. Do you have an idea of where you'd like to end up?
Uh, no, I haven't really. No, I don't really have an idea yet. I'm just, you know, just going with it right now. Just praying that God puts me in the right place. So I know He'll do that, and wherever I end up, I know it'll be great. And I appreciate Cedarville for 4 years, great 4 years. And I'm just ready for the next chapter.
Yeah. What about your schooling? Are you everything in line to graduate on time and all?
Yeah, I'll graduate in the summer of this year. I have a few more credits that are just like random credits I need to pick up to get to that year, but yeah, I'm right on track to graduate.
Okay. So you can use this extra year of eligibility maybe to start a master's program.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, very good. All right. Well, we wish you well in that aspect. I was going to ask you what your future had. We know that Brandon has been going around Europe playing basketball
Mhm.
these days and wondered if you might be following him in that vein. But if you do, that sounds like it might be a year away.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a year away, but I do plan on going to play overseas somewhere. Don't really know where yet. Could be in Germany with B, but uh, I mean, I played with them enough, so I mean, if I can get to a league and play against him again, that'd be pretty cool. But I think playing with him overseas would be fun. But yeah, I haven't really thought too much about it because I have the extra year, so I'm going to take the extra year and perfect my craft a little bit more before heading over there. So
What sort of things has he trickled down to you? As I'm sure you've picked each other's brains and everything, what he has learned that he would share with his little brother.
it's just do what you love. Don't think too much about it because God's going to place you in the right place. Just do what you know how to do, play your game, and it'll all work out for itself.
One of the things that if you haven't followed this family that you don't know about, even Osh Brown is part of this family, and she too has had the professional ranks and has been in Europe here the last couple of years, and I'm sure she's probably giving you some tips too.
Yeah, I haven't really talked to her much, but I know she's having a pretty good year over in Spain right now. So yeah, I haven't I just entered the portal, so I've been trying to contact everyone I could just to because they've all transferred. She transferred from Ball State to Rutgers, and B transferred from here to Moorhead. So I mean they have a lot of knowledge of what it's like and what to look forward to, and they have a lot of knowledge in that. So yeah, those two are going to be the ones that I talk to a lot, just to get the gist of like what's gonna happen and what to expect.
Sure, sure. And of course, Humpty Hitchens is another one of those from
Mhm.
CHS who had been not really in that kind of transfer portal, but he did transfer from Akron over to James Madison. And
Mhm.
he's also played in Germany. So
Yeah,
he can share some details for you there too.
yeah.
Um, we didn't talk about what your degree is going to be in. When you do graduate, what are you going to come away with?
I am majoring in sports business management, and I also have a minor in biblical studies, which everybody's required to take here at Cedarville. I've already finished that minor, so yeah, I'm working on finishing my major up right now, and I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. Probably coaching in some sense or something with sports. That's all I know.
Yeah. Well, those things can help you learn how to run a church too. So,
Yep.
uh,
Yep.
and that's the ultimate team, right?
Yep. It is. Yes, it is.
Well, Javon, I appreciate your making room for us and time to talk about your career. Some of the things I've not asked you, I know you've had a chance to see not Brandon Maughmer, but Brandon Knoll, who you played
Mhm.
with what he's been doing over at Wright State. I'm sure it's been interesting watching former teammates go and do well on the college circuit too.
Yeah, just from Trey, Vinny, and being all just us being together our senior year, seeing Brandon, just seeing him come back from a tough ACL injury one year, and just not never giving up on what you love and what you want to do. I think he had a tremendous couple of years, and I'm super proud of him, excited for him, and ready to keep watching him too. So.
Yeah, and you mentioned Vinny Roper. Here's another kid
Mhm.
who's been on the national limelight as well at the smaller college division, but still getting that postseason extra play. And that just goes to show what you all learned together at CHS has just spread and continued on. I'm sure Coach Helfer's probably pretty proud.
Yeah, I think he is. He's came to a couple games and he's texted me a couple times, so I think he's pretty proud of all of us.
Yeah. Um, do you have any one particular game that stands out to you and that it's like, man, I was on that night, and I was playing out of my head. You ever had those moments where you look back and think that was the game?
Uh, particularly this year on we played Trevecca in Nashville. I think it was 35 that game, and I don't know what happened. I was hitting every shot. Felt like I couldn't miss for some reason. But it was really just all my teammates finding the open guy, and it was a fun game. We ended up losing by I think five maybe, but it was a really tough game, and it was fun to play in.
Yeah, still, I've never been in that circumstance, but I got to think it just being in that zone, it's like, man, I can do no wrong right now.
Mhm. Yeah, it with our team we think this year we led in 3 point. I want to say we were tied for first in the country for 3 point attempts, and then we may have been first or second in 3 points made this year. So our team, we love when people zone this because if they zone this, we were shooting. We didn't no matter how we were getting those shots up, we were going to shoot them. So
Watch out for those dead eye yellow jackets.
yep, yep.
All right. Well, Javon, thank you again for your time today, and we wish you well in your career. We'll be keeping an eye on the portal to find out where you land, and we'll follow you and see how that goes. Congratulations to you.
All right, thank you.
Jayvon Maughmer, our special guest here on Litter Media.